In this video, we're going to talk about the beautiful camellia flower. Now, you've probably seen its stunning, almost rose-like blooms in a garden somewhere. But what if I told you this very plant is probably hiding in plain sight in your everyday life? Yep, this isn't just another pretty flower. It's a plant with a huge global history, deep cultural meaning, and believe it or not, a direct link to the tea in your cup. Okay, so let's get properly introduced. What is a camellia, really? We're going to start with its incredible appearance and the sheer variety that makes it such a favorite for gardeners and flower lovers everywhere. So, at its core, a camellia is an evergreen. That means it keeps its thick, shiny leaves all year round, which is fantastic. The leaves themselves can get pretty big, up to 17 centimeters long, but of course, the real stars of the show are the flowers, these large, gorgeous blooms that can be up to 12 centimeters across in those classic shades of white, pink, and red. And the variety is it's incredible. Camellia flowers actually come in 6 different forms. Just look at the two extremes here. On the left, you've got this elegant single form, which is one simple row of petals. But on the right, that's the formal double, a complex, perfectly layered bloom with so many petals you can't even see the center. Amazing, right? And don't make the mistake of thinking these are all just little bushes. While, yeah, many of them are shrubs, some species can actually grow into small trees. And they can reach a truly impressive height of 20 meters. To put that into perspective, that's over 65 feet tall. So how in the world did this stunning flower make its way from these remote Asian hillsides into gardens all across the globe? Well, let's trace its journey. Even the name itself has a pretty fascinating story. It was given by the legendary botanist Carl Linnaeus. He named the whole genus Camellia to honor George Joseph Camel, who was a Jesuit priest and botanist documenting all sorts of new plants back in the Philippines. This really gives you a great sense of their natural home turf. Camellias come from a huge stretch of eastern and southern Asia. We're talking from the Himalayas all the way over to Japan. And China alone is home to most of the 200-plus species out there. They really flourish in very specific conditions, preferring acidic soils and plenty of rain, which is a huge tip for any of you aspiring growers out there. So with all that in mind, what does it take to grow your own? Well, it's actually more straightforward than you might think, as long as you pay attention to a few really crucial steps. Let's just walk through a quick guide here. First, choosing the right spot is key. Some varieties like shade, others can handle more sun. But honestly, the most crucial point is the soil. It has to be well-drained and acidic, with a pH below 6.0, trying to mimic its native environment. And here's a pro tip for you. Plant it slightly high, so the root ball is above the ground level. That's going to help prevent root rot. Now this is one of the best things about camellias. Their incredibly long blooming window. They're actually classified by when they flower, early, mid, or late season. And what that means for you is that by planting a few different varieties, you could have continuous blooms in your garden from the fall right through the winter and well into the spring. How cool is that? But, even these tough plants have enemies. Their biggest threat is a fungal disease called petal blight. And what's so frustrating about this fungus is that it only attacks the flower petals. It turns those beautiful blooms brown and causes them to drop way too early. Okay, now for the really fun stuff. Beyond all the beauty and biology, the camellia is totally woven into our culture, with a rich history of symbolism and some really surprising uses. We've talked about how it looks, how to grow it as this beautiful ornamental plant, but a very, very important question remains for any garden enthusiast. And the answer is a resounding yes. In fact, there's a good chance you've already consumed a camellia product today. The leaves of one species, Camellia sinensis, are what the entire world uses to make tea. And another species gives us a sweet, edible oil from its seeds that's used in cooking. The flower is also just steeped in symbolism. In China, it represents the union between two lovers and is a symbol of eternal love. And this comes from the really unique way the flower dies. Unlike other flowers where the petals fall off one by one, the camellia's petals and its green base, the calyx, they fall off together, forever joined. The meaning also changes depending on the color you pick. So a white camellia symbolizes adoration. A pink one expresses that you're longing for someone you miss. And a vibrant red camellia, well, it conveys exactly what you might expect. Deep love, passion, and desire. Okay, let's wrap things up with 5 quick facts that really show how culturally significant this flower is. First up, it's the state flower of Alabama. Second, the fashion legend Coco Chanel made the white camellia her signature accessory. It was also the central inspiration for the famous novel The Lady of the Camellias. Incredibly, there are over 30,000 different cultivated varieties in the world. And finally, for all you gardeners, it can be grown both from seed and from simple cuttings. So as you can see, the camellia is so much more than just another beautiful bloom. It's a piece of history, it's a cultural icon, and it's a part of our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. Which, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secrets are hiding out there in your garden? Alright, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.